All right, everybody, this is Herb with Student Counseling Services with another episode of Let's Talk About It, Student Counseling with Friends. This is our podcast out of Student Counseling Services, and today's friend is Kasey Robinson with Title IX. So before we jump into it with Kasey, just to remind you all, as always, student counseling is still open. We're still providing services to students, so if you've already been connected with counseling and you want to get reconnected, reach out to your therapist or just call our number directly. Also, we're going to start doing web booking again, so you can go and set your first appointment up on the web since, we can't do walk-ins right now. So please keep that in mind and reach out to us if you need us. So now we're going to get into it. I got my good buddy from work, Kasey, here today. Kasey is the director of Title IX and could also moonlight as a comedian if she wanted to. She's a very hilarious person. And she has this professional background popping off. So I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce yourself, Kasey.
Thanks, Herb. Again, Kasey Robinson, Title IX coordinator at UAB. The Title IX office is still open, and we're receiving any complaints that persons may have. We do services in the range of any forms of sex-based discrimination complaints. And we also are taking in students who are experiencing pregnancy or related conditions if they need accommodations for those. Please check out our webpage. We have really outlined our pregnancy accommodations and related conditions. And then there are a lot of outlines for our Title IX areas that we support. Additionally, there's some resources both on and off campus. No matter where you are, we will find the resources where you are and try to connect you. So please do not hesitate to reach out. You can easily fill out a form online and we will respond to you most effectively.
All right. And I did not know, I probably should have known this, but that you all did so much with students who may be pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we provide services for students who are pregnant, who've had a miscarriage, who've had a termination of pregnancy,
Oh, wow.
experiencing false pregnancy, and then persons who are recovering from pregnancy. And some of the services or most frequently requested services can include extensions. So if a student becomes pregnant and has to go on bed rest or if they give birth earlier, and we've had a student or students can contact us around finals, like, hey, I gave birth. I know I wasn't registered with your office, but I'm going to miss my finals. I'm going to miss all these things that are happening. Can you assist us? And what we require is information about your treating physician so that we know, one, that you're pregnant, what's your expected leave, medically necessary leave. That's the only leave that's approved. And then we go through communicating with your professors, making sure that they know what your rights are and that they assist you with devising a plan to accommodate you and ensure your matriculation through the program.
Cool. That is good information. I personally did not know that.
That's one of the only services we provide that are strictly for students. Yeah. All the other services we provide as far as sex-based discrimination and compliance is for the university as a whole.
Have you all, I don't know if you can answer this or not, but are you getting calls like when it comes to sex-based discrimination since COVID has taken place?
We've gotten some inquiries in that. People are still reporting. People are seeking resources. As we've seen in the news, domestic violence is on the rise. Persons are returning to homes that may not have positive environments. We can still support in the way that, maybe we can identify an alternative housing. We will work with student outreach or the care team if needed. We can also look at what resources are available to that person in the area. If they want to file a police report or not quite sure who to call, what to do, they can still contact us and we can walk them through those processes.
Okay. Man, that's great information. And one of the goals of this has been to, make sure students are aware of what services are available to them and how we're, working to meet those needs, considering the climate we're in right now. And, we've had, conversations with somebody from career, talked to students, and even University Rec, and talking about what they do virtually and whatnot to make sure that we're still meeting needs of students. And this is obviously more about that.
We're still, just to add, Herb, if there were things that happened while students were on campus and they are impacted by it, or they did not have an opportunity to report, they can still report things that happened this year, last year, or so on. And we can still investigate even though we are virtual and remote.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Good stuff. Good. So tell me, what's it been like for you adjusting to being on campus to being off campus?
Sure. It was a big adjustment, as I am not set up at home for a home office. As you can see, I have a background here because my home is not set up for a home office.
And we see some of your other backgrounds. I think you scrolled through about 4 or 5 of them that were cool.
Sometimes I like to travel virtually. There's some nice places to go. When I want to remember campus, I can go here. I have a lot of good friends at the police department. We work hand in hand throughout the year. I do miss them, as well as my colleagues. And then, just finding some other cool backgrounds. So sometimes you feel like you want to jump, and sometimes you just want to look. I really like the water. So as you can see, I have a couple of water backgrounds. I'm really going to miss that.
Yeah. Yeah, mine didn't come preloaded with any good backgrounds. I
downloaded them.
Yeah, I have The Office. I like the TV show The Office. I have like a few of the backgrounds from The Office. It only works on my cell phone. I don't have the green screen on my laptop. So
I don't have it. So you can, if you use Zoom and you don't select green screen, you take the green screen selection off, it will work on any wall color. Like I don't have a green screen either.
Well, good information.
Yeah. So when your question about adjusting to from on campus, in person, Title IX to remote, me and my team have really worked a lot in the first 3 weeks of being remote, and probably like that week before we went remote, and identifying how could we provide our services the best remotely, what types of communication should we have, what should we change. And that took a lot of thought. We did a lot of Zoom training. So that's why I know how to Zoom pretty well. Because I want to make sure that if students want to connect with us, or persons who experience violence or are accused of engaging in behaviors that are against our policy, that when we connect with them, we can assist them with coming onto the platform, explaining what the platform does, helping them if they get into a tech issue, minimal tech issue, but if it's just simple, how do I change my name? How can I change my screen? Like, we can do a lot of troubleshooting, and we'll be doing all those things to make sure that we can implement our policy and procedure most efficiently and effectively using the platform that our university has identified.
Okay. Well, good deal. Now tell me how it's been for you, like in general. Like, you're introvert, extrovert, like you feel trapped at home all day long, and loving it? What's it like?
I'm a little bit of both. Every day feels like every day. So it's like, is it Tuesday? Is it Wednesday? Let me keep up with the days of the week. I still contact my same friends that I contacted every day when I was at work, and we might remind ourselves, hey, today is Monday. How's your Monday? It won't be your face reminders, but just, hey, let's get with the week and celebrate it's Friday. The weekend has come. Not leaving the house or trying to limit my exposure to COVID-19 has been a real transition. I think my dog has not enjoyed me being at home all the time. He had to adjust as well. So now he's quiet when I'm on Zoom. Early on, he was loud and wanted to be seen and wanted to participate. And now he has finally calmed down, which is great. I haven't been able to see my parents besides using some platforms to speak with them. So that's been kind of difficult. I had my birthday over this time period. So I had to adjusting to Zoom birthday or however you can best celebrate in this time. But it's still a celebration to be healthy and to have somewhere to be. So I'm thankful for the things that I do have.
Yeah, it definitely, it's easy to see what's missing. And within that, we also, it's like, see what can you be grateful for in there?
Mm-hmm.
And, having the ability to work from home like we do, being at UAB was definitely, making sure that's a possibility for us, because I know, and I'm sure people who don't have that option.
Mm-hmm.
And then, valuing time with people.
Yeah.
I know for me, like, I've never been a talk on the phone kind of person, but definitely talking on the phone is taking a bit of a turn now. Like, I'm more like engaged, I guess.
Yes.
And even doing like the Zoom hangouts or like, FaceTimes or whatever have all been definitely important and enjoyable. So what did you do to enjoy your birthday? Like, did you like virtual birthday party kind of thing?
Since my birthday was at the beginning of the month, it was kind of a still like, what do you do for a birthday in this time frame? And so I was really excited to see after my birthday how people started doing like parades down streets. I saw Dr. Benoit's birthday parade. It's really good. I've tried to keep up with everything going on at UAB on Instagram and really enjoy seeing the student stories and following different groups or community groups in Birmingham and at UAB to really stay engaged with our community, with our UAB family. And what I did is I went to a bakery in Homewood, I'm blanking on the name, and I got some baby cakes from them. It's pastry art.
Yeah.
And I got a half a dozen just for myself, which was very selfish, but it was my birthday cake.
Yeah.
And picked up some food from Your Mama's downtown.
Oh, Your Mama's, yeah.
Yep. And I just had a quiet birthday. Family called, did several different video FaceTimes, talked to people, played favorite music, did some work because it was a work day too. So I did a lot of things both for myself and for my job to make sure that everything was where it was supposed to be and that I was able to celebrate appropriately.
Okay. So what have you been like doing to keep yourself occupied? Like, you've been binge watching anything?
Oh, so many things. I've really gotten into the show Westworld.
I heard that was pretty good.
Yeah, and now since HBO is offering some free services, I like the AI component. It does have some. It is a mature show in the idea that it has issues that I deal with in my work on the show. Yeah. And so as I'm watching it, I'm thinking, how would we have addressed this? So I'm still working in my mind, like, oh, this is weird. It's AI and people. And AI technology that looks like a human. So I'm like, what does that look like in real life? How would we address, if there are no rules in Westworld? Not to give the show away, but there's no rules in Westworld. Humans get to travel there. They can eliminate Westworld AI persons who look like people. They're in a storyline. They can do whatever they want to anyone, as long as they are artificial intelligence who look like humans. And so it's strange. And so the show really develops, and this is the last season. So I've been enjoying it.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard about it, and in every description it sounded about as weird as that. Yeah.
It is. It's sci-fi.
Yeah. I still think
I like to really go home and try to escape as much, but I think the most interesting thing about this period of time is the virtual connection, like 100% virtual connections.
Yeah.
And I've been following the news and seeing how people have abused that. So I do like the components, even though Westworld is a show. Yeah. I do like some of the components because it makes me think about what ifs and how would we. So we're still here if there's any cyberbullying or cyber discriminatory conduct happening based on sex. we will respond to that appropriately.
Yeah. We did our Black Experience group virtually last week, and one of the thoughts was that we need to be aware, like, how we're going to monitor the waiting rooms and stuff like that, because what if somebody jumps in and does something inappropriate? Like I saw, I think a white supremacist had jumped into a Zoom hangout with a bunch of Black people, and that became like a news story, and somebody had shared with me. So it's definitely a concern, and anytime we shift towards one area in society, people find a way.
They will find a way
and abuse it. Yeah.
And like, it's just all about how we respond to it. See something, say something, be an active bystander. Don't let people get away with little comments, because they just keep making them until, trying to see how far they can go.
Yeah.
And got to kind of stop it right at the beginning.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So, what's something interesting that's happened since this has all happened, like since the COVID thing has taken place? What's something funny that you can think of, or something that's happened?
Something funny that's happened.
Just in general, or something that you've done that you've enjoyed. I have been
enjoying the video of on TikTok with a little boy asking, "Can he pet that dog?"
TikTok. I hadn't seen the video of the one asking to pet the dog.
You have to look it up. Can he pet the dog? It is hilarious. And I know that's probably not that interesting, but that's one of the things I found interesting. Another thing I found interesting is how quiet it is.
Yes.
It's very quiet. I can hear so many more birds. Yeah. I can hear so many things I could not hear before. The planes and the air sound so much closer than they used to. Yeah. And I'm wondering, is that how it's always sounded? Or is it just because it's not as loud anymore? There's less traffic. So all those things have been impacting my experience and walking and seeing people in the community, because it's so quiet.
I think that says a lot, because I'm out here on my deck, and this is my home office space. And before all this, I thought I spent a good amount of time out here, but since this has happened, the birds do seem louder. It do seem like there's more of them. And I have a lot of squirrels around here, and sometimes I'm wondering if like one of the squirrels is hunting me, because it's like they get closer and closer to getting on the deck. But yeah, I think that's the thing. Less traffic, less pollution, more nature. Yeah, I think we're all outside more too.
I do miss the people though. I miss the hustle and bustle. Traffic is much better now that I'm working from home, since I'm going from one room to another room.
I had to go crank my car up last night just to make sure it's still crunk up. Like, I hadn't turned my car on in I don't know how long, because we just drive my wife's car whenever we run to the store or whatever. And I went to my car to see if something was in there, and I was like, let me just crank it up and make sure it still goes. I've been driving around the neighborhood once or twice. Because it still got the same gas that it had when COVID began.
You're doing really good. I filled mine up just because the gas was so low.
Yeah.
I was like, I could really just add a little bit more gas, because I don't want to not have gas.
Go in there with some milk jugs, put gas in them and stuff, just like
no, not that far.
Keep some for safekeeping, just in case. You need $5, you got it in the garage or something. $5 of gas. All right. So, well, cool, man. It's been good. This is good conversation. Like I said, I wanted to talk to you, and as I'm thinking about guests and whatnot, I think about people that the students need to see. Because even when I'm talking, being in counseling, we have students who come and they may have, concerns and whatnot. And of course, they have concerns, and then they have apprehension about, speaking up. Mm-hmm. And one of the things, I talked to them about, are the staff members entitled now, and specifically you. And I'm like, look, I know the director, she's a good buddy of mine, and, she will make the process as comfortable as possible. And
I appreciate that.
Yeah, very, because I know Kasey. Now I'd be like, we can walk over there right now.
Because we never try to make anybody do anything they don't want to do. We want to as long as it doesn't pose a threat to the institution as a whole, and we go
Yeah.
through those scenarios, we make sure people know what they're getting into before they share their story with us.
Yeah.
Because we want to make sure we've created the environment that allows them to share, and then we can decide what's the best or appropriate measure to move forward.
Gotcha. Good. And so yeah, we're very vocal about that. Like, if you want to go, there's good people there. And, y'all on the fourth floor. When you get to that floor, it automatically gets intimidating. Like, even when I come to the fourth floor, everybody can come to the fourth floor.
We are very friendly.
You need a special scan card to get to the fourth floor and your UAB badge. So up there with all the important people. But we definitely tell them, especially I know I tell them Kasey's good people. They're good people over there. And so
we do the same, recommend back, make sure they know what you all are offering, who to talk to. I pull everyone's picture up to let people know, hey, this is what their specialty is. This is what they do. Do you see somebody that you might want to relate to? These are some of the programs that you all offer. And people seem to be pretty receptive to that information.
Yeah. So, and that's what we need to do. We got to make sure that, we're connecting with each other so students can be connected to us. And that's one of the goals of this podcast and reasons for talking to amazing people like yourself. So let's shift gears a little bit.
Sure.
Started doing something here on the podcast, and as you can see, it's this game I like to play called One Gotta Go.
Okay.
Now, if you look in the mirror, not in the mirror, but on the screen, you see you got burgers, wings, tacos, and pizza. So, one gotta go. But the way we're going to do it is you're going to do it in the first one to stay is.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you're going to give reason as to why that one's going to stay.
Okay.
All right. So, what's the first food group, I guess. What's the first food to stay for you?
Pizza will be the first one to stay for me.
All right, why is that?
So I have braces, and this is probably my third month with braces. And pizza has been the easiest thing to eat for me of these pictures that you have.
All right. All right, so pizza's the first one to stay. All right, so let's see. For me, I'm going to go with a burger.
Okay. That does look good, though.
Yeah, that burger in this picture, is, that makes you want to buy one right there.
I started watching the Food Network because of the food. I'm telling you. Good.
And I'm on, day 3 of a 10-day green smoothie cleanse, so, all these pictures are, they're, infiltrating my mind right now. But I'm going to say the burger, man. A good burger cooked right, whether it be from a restaurant or I grill it myself. A good burger done right. And I would it has onion rings or something on it. So it's even that much better.
Some bacon looks like.
Yeah, bacon. This is it's like a heart attack burger. And it looks really good. But I'm going to go, I don't eat hamburgers a lot. That's not one of my, I routinely go to. But when I have moments when I want a good burger and I don't eat fast food. So it's it's always going to be I cook it or I go to a restaurant that I know just specially makes burgers or whatnot. Yeah. So, all right, that's first off the board for me. What's next for you?
Sure. Wings are probably next.
All right.
Again, they are somewhat braces friendly food. You can get different flavors for however you're feeling. If you want spicy, if you want some special sauces that they have, or try the new sauce. It just has so much versatility.
Versatility, that's right.
Bored. Can't really get bored.
Nah, you ain't getting bored with wings too tough. No. How you take yours? You like them all flats, mixed, drums, cook hard?
I don't do mixed. Mixed is good. Right now, probably drums will be best.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So Fried crispy? You like them wet? How does that work?
Unless I'm getting lemon pepper, then I that's just how lemon pepper is. It's not wet. And then I usually get a sauce. I don't do too much of the crispy.
Okay. All right. Oh, next one
What
for me.
about you?
What's next off the board? Man, all three of them are pretty versatile. Now, the pictures for tacos and pizza both look terrible. But so I'm going to go with wings next because the pictures don't look good.
Okay.
But for me, all drums fried hard, whatever it is, all drums fried hard.
Okay.
Fried hard because I have a fear of undercooked food. And wet chicken skin or like soggy chicken skin grosses me all the way out. All the way out. So if it's baked chicken, I just have to peel the skin off. And if it's fried, I want it fried to where the skin is as crispy as can be. Yeah.
That's a new one.
And it's versatile, and I went to Jacksonville State. And we have wing restaurants on top of wing restaurants. So it's like a staple.
See, that's what you're missing, the Cajun food on here. Because I went to school in Louisiana, I'm looking for some shrimp or some kind of pasta here.
I started to do
pizza
one about
as close
cuisine.
as I could get on this board.
On this board, yeah. I started to do like a cuisines one, and for me, it's always going to be Cajun food. And I'm from like the South. I'm from, you are too, so. Yeah. I would pick Cajun food over like soul food. So. All right. So what's next for you?
So I'm in between the tacos and the burgers. Mm-hmm. And I'm in between because I'm like, which one could I actually eat now? Which one do I want? I really want the tacos, but I don't think I can eat those tacos right now. So I'm going to go with the burger because I can cut it up and make a burger salad. And it'll be really tasty.
A burger salad?
A burger salad. I could do it. See it happening.
I put lettuce on a burger. That could be the burger salad. All right, so you go with the burger because you can make the burger salad. You can cut it up.
Yep. What about you?
I'm going to go with the... I'm gonna go with pizza.
Okay. What's your favorite pizza?
It's meat lovers. I like the meats. Throw some bell peppers and some onions on there probably, but meat lovers. There's this place in Birmingham called Tortigas. They have a really good deep dish pizza. Yeah, that's really really good. And then we make some homemade pizza. Huh?
Is it? I like their Chicago style there.
Yeah, that's Chicago style pizza. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then we make some good homemade pizza here, and so that's been one of our things.
What time is the pizza gonna be ready?
Hey, when this green smoothie cleanse over, I hit you up. Right now, no pizza popping off in there.
Oh man!
But and that's fun because the girls can like help making and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, I can do the pizza. Yeah, pizza for me. If it's a restaurant, I like Papa John's, even though Papa John's went on the friendly list too long ago. I can do Papa John's. And I would say pizza. Even though I like tacos, but if I go to like Taco Mama or something like that, I'm just like getting the bed of nachos and putting cheese and meat on top of it and eating it that way before I get a taco.
Yeah, I don't know where I've had a good taco lately around here. I mean, I like tacos because you can make them at home. You can switch them up, add crawfish tails if you want to. Like, you can really go in on some tacos. But...
Very Cajun of you.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to find. Well, I haven't found any tacos that I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get back to that place with those tacos.
Yeah. All right, so I think we landed the same on that one. Both agreed that tacos got to go.
Yep.
Yeah. Tacos can be versatile, but if I gotta choose, I'm going to make me just a big better nachos with queso dip on it. Build my own little mountain of food.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Well, cool. Well, Kasey, I appreciate you coming out or sitting down and talking to us, not coming out.
Sure.
You know, you brought out the different backgrounds and you brought us some great information about Title IX, and you know, you're just an awesome person to talk to. So I miss being on campus with you, homie. And hopefully we'll be back in the right amount of time. All right.
Thanks. I appreciate the invitation.
Yes.
Go Blazers.
Blaze on.